morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is you're watching this. It is currently 4:32 my time, and the reason why I'm coming at you with a completely bare face, looking slightly gross, with a little bit of sassy bun, is because I just did my workout. Now, I still have to catch my breath. The reason why I came on here without fixing myself up is because I didn't want to lose the light, because I am one of those YouTubers that uses natural lighting. I do not have any studio lighting or anything like the fancy smancy stuff, but I use natural lighting. So and it was really pretty right now, and I just got back. I did my insanity workout today and just got back from a run. It was just a 1.75 mile run, so not too long, but it's something a little bit extra. Trying to get my hip back into the groove of things. But anyway, so I have natural lighting, and I wanted to go ahead and just film while I was thinking about it. And I don't usually come on here barefaced or as little makeup, because I just have a little bit of concealer and a little mascara, just because that's what I always put on every day. Yeah, you can see my blotchiness, and for those of you that say my skin is perfect, first off, you're too kind, bless your heart, that's so sweet, but no, I've got red splotches and stuff, not just because I just worked out. I've cooled down now, but my skin is nowhere near that good. But I so appreciate the compliments, and it makes me, it just gives me the warm fuzzies, and y'all are so sweet. Okay, anyway, the point of this video is my bronzer, ranking all my bronzers. This was a little bit easier than my blushes, so I'm super excited about that. Is that my dog? That is my dog. Okay, anyway. This is a little bit easier than my blushes because I have about half of the amount of bronzers as I do blushes. So yeah, this will go a little bit quicker, hopefully. I do want to really fast mention one thing. I don't know if you are aware, if you watch any of my other videos or you read anything down in the description box of my videos, but I wanted to formally come on again and say that I have an Instagram. It's linked to this YouTube channel. It's at @katfesmeyer, and I'll put it somewhere up here. If you will please go over to my Instagram, give it a follow. I post all of my new videos, like what's coming up, or you'll get notifications and stuff there for all the videos that I'm going to film or just have filmed. And also, if you would do me a favor, there's a picture that has these glasses. I'm wearing these glasses and I'm doing this, or whatever the pose is. If you'd please go onto that photo and leave a question down below. Now that question will be used for a future Q&A video, and I'm hoping to do it really soon, but I need your guys' questions. Ask me, no questions off limits, ask me anything and everything. Obviously keep it PG, because we're a family channel, I like to think, okay? We don't need none of that inappropriateness, but if you want, leave any and every question that, if you're the slightest bit curious about me, go in there and leave a comment, and I will answer that in a chit chat, get ready with me, or already have my face done, just talking to you guys and letting you know about me, whichever you prefer. So head over to my Instagram, leave a comment down on that picture, and yeah, so we'll actually go ahead now that we're 3 minutes past. This is the longest intro in the history of intros, but now that we're done with that, we'll go ahead and jump into my bronzers. So I recently got a bronzer 2 days ago, and she messed up my whole ranking because I had to place her high. And I will show you what it is once we get there. But so anyways, I also want to preface this by saying none of these bronzers are ones I dislike. Okay, I do not have products in my collection that I dislike. Hence the reason why I do declutters, and I do them quite often, is because if I don't like something, there's no point in keeping it in my collection. If I'm not gonna love it, I'm just not gonna use it, what's the point? It needs to go to somebody else that can really get a lot of love out of it. So everything in here, no matter how low it's ranked, I do like it / love it. Promise you. Okay, so first off, starting out at number 17 is my Project Pan bronzer. This is a Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and it's got my little blue dot on there for my Project Pan. If you haven't watched my Project Pan, go back on my channel and find that. So yeah, I'm not going to open this up because, well, I'll open it up for myself because I've made progress already, and it's halfway through the month, and I'm so excited. But anyway, so the reason why this one is ranked the lowest is just because it's my Project Pan. It's the oldest one that I have in my collection. It still works great. It's in my Project Pan. I'm slowly getting rid of it. So it is ranked number 17. Okay, number 16 is the Ofra and Samantha March collaboration bronzer in the shade River. Now, do not get me wrong. I do love this bronzer. Honestly, I do, okay? And again, like I said, I wouldn't have this in my collection if I didn't like it. The only thing with this is it pulls more warm tone than I personally prefer on my skin tone, because I have light to fair with a slight neutral. I have a neutral to slight pink shift for my undertone, okay? So that means that my skin pulls a little more cool toned. Warm bronzers don't necessarily look the best on me unless I'm tan. So I can't really wear this. I could wear this all year round. It looked totally fine. But my preference is I wouldn't really reach for a warm bronzer like this unless it was more the summertime, you know what I mean? So when I get a little bit more of a tan, if England will ever cooperate, and please stop giving me 50-degree weather after we had 70 and 75, I don't understand the weather right now. It's a hot mess. I went tanning out in the yard like a week ago, and now I'm bundling up in a sweatshirt. What the heck? What the heck? Anyway, when I get more of a tan, this is going to look beautiful on my skin. I have no doubt. But as of right now, it's a little bit too orange for my skin tone, and I can't really use it all year round, in my personal opinion. So that's why it's ranked down there. Still a great bronzer, though. Very pigmented and blendable. I do love it. Okay, coming in at number 15 is the new formula of the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. So this is the chocolate. It's not the milk chocolate, it's a chocolate. And again, I love this formula, but it is the deeper shade. So I have 3 of these Too Faced bronzers in my collection. They are all matte. I tend to lean for a more luminous bronzer, again, because my skin is more dry. And I think that luminous bronzers just give your skin a little more of a healthy glow. In the fall to winter time, though, I do reach for more matte bronzers. And I think they're very smoothing on the skin. They make your skin look poreless. I think they look really nice. I just got to be in the mood to use it, you know what I mean? Oh, y'all, the smell, though. Oh, for a chocoholic like myself, girl, oh, I love it. I love it. I just want to, like, you have a real problem, like, with chocolate and sweets if you want to lick your makeup products that smell like chocolate or that smell like vanilla or anything that's just decadent. I have an issue. But anyway, so, yeah, I really do like this bronzer. I have used it a couple times. Obviously, it still has the embossing of it. They are relatively new, though. I got this the last Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale, so not this current one, but the last one they had. I bought 3 of these. So this is the chocolate, and I just can't use it again all year round, just because it's a little more deep toned, and it is more than matte, so that's why it's ranked a little bit lower. Directly after that, coming in at number 14 is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Milk Chocolate. So this is, again, the updated version of one that I have currently on Project Pan. So again, I do love this bronzer, but it is matte, and I tend not to reach for matte all the time. Again, more luminous. It's beautiful on lighter skin tones, and I can use this all year round. Just when I want that matte look, I will reach for this. But again, I'm more of a luminous girl. So okay. Moving on down, number 13 is the Becca bronzer in the shade Capri Coast. Now, I was ride or die for this when it first came out, and if you'll notice, it's a little more warm toned. This is when I discovered that I'm not overly fond of warmer toned bronzers on my skin all year round. And again, that's just a personal preference. It doesn't mean it looks bad on my skin. As you can see, I've got quite a bit of use out of it, because the other one that I have another Becca bronzer. I love the formula, I really do. And it blends out beautiful on the skin. As you can see too, it's got a little bit of that sheen, which I really like. So this one I feel is a little bit more versatile as far as like an orangey or toned bronzer goes. I can get away with this more for kind of all year round, but it is a little bit more deep. So I do tend to wait until I go for the summertime to reach for this. But I love the formula of this. I think it blends out beautifully. It's quite nice. It's beautiful. Okay. Coming in at number 12 is the last of the Too Faced bronzers that I have. This is the Sun Bunny. So again, a little bit more of that kind of orangish tone. That side's got that oranginess to it. This side's a little bit more cool, and it is quite deeper. Now, this, when I have a tan, it is so beautiful on the skin. I really do love this bronzer. And yeah, this one, I feel like this one, because I had one like this that was older that I used up completely. This is what got me into kind of the shimmery, luminous bronzers. This one right here, this formula. It looks so pretty on the skin. And again, when I'm more tan, honey, oh, she's just gorgeous. I love it, love it, love it. So I highly recommend that for like starting out as a luminous bronzer. I really, really enjoyed that. I'm just saying, a little biased, but. Excuse me, I need to take a water break because I'm a little dehydrated, slightly parched, because I've done a lot of workout today and I have not drank my water like I'm supposed to. By the way, guys, I don't know if you know, but to aid in like weight loss or anything like that, or just to help with like just healthy overall, it improves your mental clarity. your lips will not be as dry, all that improves your skin, all that kind of stuff. Water is so good for you, and the more you drink, the better it is. So drink water. So we're gonna take a pause break, and I'm gonna drink my water for like 50 seconds straight. I don't know why I said 50 seconds. It's such an odd number to say. Who says that? Obviously me. Who says 50 seconds? Oh, I'm such a weird person. Okay. So coming up now at number 11, I think was that way. We were at 12. Yeah, now we're at number 11. Okay. Number 11 is, this was a newer find to me, and I'm so happy. So on base, for our military base, we have kind of like a shopping center, kind of like a mini mall, and they bring out occasionally some like newer products from different brands. When these came out, I was just like, hold up, when is drugstore coming out with giant pan bronzers like this, and why are they so flippin' good? It's the L'Oreal Lumi bronzers, and this is the shade 02 medium. So, yeah, I was so shocked. First of all, I was like, okay, big pan bronzer, trying to take after the Marc Jacobs, because as everybody knows, Marc Jacobs like has the giant bronzer, which is beautiful, and L'Oreal was like, they're coming for them with this size, and I was like, girl, and it's 11.6 grams. Now, don't get me wrong, because some of the other bigger bronzers are 25 grams. So this is a half of the size, like weight-wise, but it's still like, it's massive. I love it. So this is in 02 medium. You can kind of see that reflect there. This, I was shocked. If you're looking for a good drugstore bronzer that's kind of a dupe for like the Marc Jacobs-ish, but a little bit more, slightly more luminous, wow. Like, and of course everybody like with the Physicians Formula, that's a knockout. But for something different that you really haven't heard, the True Match Lumi bronzers are incredible. I was like, what? So, I'm sorry, that was a whole octave higher than than anybody can hear. But anyway, so this bronzer is beautiful. It blends out okay, can we talk? My brain is just in fog mode. It blends out seamlessly. That's what I was going for. And anyway, you can use this all year round. This is not too dark, even though it's in the shade medium. Yeah, if I use a light hand when I'm fair, it's still, because of the undertone, it just looks more natural, you know what I mean? So it's beautiful. Highly recommend you guys try that out. I was super shocked. Okay, number 10 is my other Becca bronzer in the shade Bali Sands. So it has a dot from another project that I had it in at one time. But anyway, so the reason why this one places higher is just because it's a lighter shade, right? I can use this all year round, even when I have more of a tan in the summertime. Unless I'm like really bronzed, this works for me usually all year round. I do like the formula of it's a slightly more pigmented and maybe slightly harder to blend than the other bronzers that are in like that are higher up. But I still love this formula. It's absolutely amazing. As you can see, I've worn down the kind of swivels that it had in the imprint, but it's still kind of got that luminosity. And again, it's not okay. When I say luminous blushes, I'm not meaning something like, or luminous blushes, luminous bronzers. It's not really something that's like shiny. It just has that little bit of kind of pearl to it that just makes the skin look healthy. You know what I mean? It's not gonna make it look flat, you know? So anyway, that's one. That's that one. Number 9. Yep, number 9. This one took me a while to get into because I was just like, I spent a lot of money on it. I actually still have the bag of which I bought this bronzer in because it was my first like big girl purchase, if you will. It is the Chanel Soleil 10 Day Chanel. It's in my project pan. And so I don't know if I want to, you can't really tell. I don't think I should show because I didn't show the other one. So anyway, I will show you the color through the tub. If you're not familiar with this bronzer, it's a little bit more orange toned. And as I just said a few minutes ago, I'm not the biggest fan of orange toned bronzers, right? So as you can tell, it looks kind of orange through there. I know, I'm sorry. I don't want to spoil it for my people that watch my project pan. I don't want to spoil and open this up. So anyway, but yeah, so anyways, I put it in my project pan because I was like, you know what, I'm going to force myself to figure out how I like to use this. And I found that, again, the more tan I am, the more likely I am to reach for this. Now, this is not as orange or as pigmented as, say, the 0 for 1 by Samantha March or, excuse me, or like my Sun Bunny, like that. It's not that, and when I say orange, I'm not meaning like orange, it just has that warmth to it. It's not quite as warm as those other bronzers. So I can get away with this when I'm really fair. And I definitely found that even just like the slightest little bit of tan like I have now, I barely have like a little bit of color. this is working really well. And especially for dry skin gals, I am becoming a cream fan. Oh my gosh, I'm like, why have I not like checked this out before? Like, holy mug. So yeah, I'm very happy with this bronzer. I'm finally actually getting a lot of use out of it. And this was the older formula because they just reformulated it. Apparently that's not, like the new one is not like as good as this one. So I'm happy I still have this one. And she still is working great. And I wasn't joking or lying when I said I still had the bag of which I bought it in. Because it was a big girl purchase. And I put my big girl panties on and she bought this. And she was expensive. But Lord have mercy, is she beautiful. And I'm so glad. She's just, I love her. Okay. Moving on, number 8. Yeah, number 8 is the Too Faced Natural Lust Bronzer. So this was part of their Natural Lust collection. It's got this gorgeous peacock on the front. But in here, and as you can tell, I love on her. She's got a little bit of wear and tear on it, but she's got this gorgeous kind of peacock that's a little bit more kind of like a very light bronzer, and then the majority of the pan is that kind of deeper bronzer, but mixed together. They're so beautiful. I can't go overboard with this. It's just really, really pretty. It's got a slightly more of a kind of like slightly reddish like hint to it, like a slightly pink hint. So it kind of almost acts as like a bronzer, a blush and a bronzer. My mind already went there before my way. I was like, hang on a second. My mouth was like, you're going to say a combination of blush and bronzer, but your mind's not going to know that your mouth didn't catch up. They weren't connected. But yeah, a bronzer. So yeah, it's a blush and bronzer kind of duo sometimes on my skin. And I actually really like the effect. I think it's super pretty. I think this is still available on Too Faced's website if I'm not mistaken. So I actually think it may be on sale. So you probably gotta check that out because it's really worth it. I really like that. Okay. Number 7 is the Physicians Formula Mura Mura Butter Bronzer in the shade Deep Bronzer. So again, and there's a crack in this because I dropped it and then I tried to depot it and it was just, she went hardcore on it. But anyway, regardless, the smell. And again, I'm sure if you've been on YouTube at any length of time and you've watched anybody that's talked about this bronzer, they're like, the smell, it's so overpowering. And I am one of the few people that's like, girl, that coconut tropical, you give it to me all day long. And they actually made it into a perfume, I think. And I was like, am I going to be that person who goes and gets the smell of this? Because it just, oh, I can't even. Anyway, sorry, that was really weird noise. But this bronzer is beautiful. Again, the deeper shade, I have a second shade, but the deeper shade is one that I use more in the summertime. It still kind of has that luminosity to it. It's just a really good drugstore bronzer. It is so worth the price. I think Physicians Formula is no longer cruelty-free, which I know rubbed a lot of people a lot of wrong ways. I am all for cruelty-free. I tend to purchase things that are cruelty-free because I don't like animal cruelty, and who does? But when it comes to like makeup and stuff, it wasn't something that was swaying my purchases. Like, it's not cruelty-free, I can't buy it kind of thing. Now, if it was something that I really wanted to happen to have been cruelty-free, absolutely, all about it. I'm like, that's awesome kind of thing, you know what I mean? But I try to look at something, and if it's cruelty-free, I tend to want to purchase it more over something that's not, just because, you know, something that's aligning with my moral values, I guess. But they're no longer cruelty-free. That being said, will I stop repurchasing this bronzer? Because it's literally my favorite. And again, I mean, this is, what is this? This is number 7, but her sister is on up there. So anyway, this is the deep bronzer that I use in the summertime. Absolutely beautiful. It just, you cannot find a more perfect bronzer that works on so many skin tones, so many different ages, skin types. This bronzer's bomb. Totally legit. Love it. All right, number 6. Did I get that right? Yeah. Number 6 is a cult classic. This is NARS Laguna. I love this bronzer so stinking much, and y'all, okay, so she's deep, right? She's a deep girl. She's a deep bronzer. But when I tell you in the summer, when I want the most flawless, most, like, smooth, chiseled, sculpted, like, she came from, like, Bali Queen kind of thing. This bronzer is to die for. It is beautiful. And after, like, trying it, it took me so long to actually get this bronzer. And then after I did, I was finally like, so that's what the hype's about. It's amazing. It's so good. And even when I have fair, I can use a little bit of it. And because the undertone is a little bit more neutral, it looks awesome on me. I love it. Does my hand look dirty? I don't know why it would, but anyway, it's beautiful. I highly recommend. I hate that I got this so late in the game, but I'm so glad I did because it's just beautiful. Okay, coming in at our top 5. Now, yeah, I'm gonna have to go. We're gonna keep going. Number 5 is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronzer, but this is in the shade Light. This one I can use pretty much all year round, again, except for when I'm like super deep. But even then, it still gives that kind of chiselly. It is gorgeous. If I want like just a beautiful, natural, sun-kissed, light kind of, it's beautiful. And I can go ham with this baby, and she does not look bad on my skin at all. Again, one of the best drugstore bronzers, apart from the Physicians Formula, which everybody talks about. This bronzer is, you gotta check it out if you don't have it. It is so beautiful. Love it. Love it. Just love it. Okay, moving on to number 4. This is a newer purchase to my collection, but quickly stolen my heart. I'm very shocked at how quickly she stole it. But it's the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Contour Wand, and I have it in the shade Fair to Medium. This little puppy, at first when I saw it, and I was like, whoa, she dark. I don't know how that's going to work out. But this thing blends like a dream. It does not leave any patchiness on my skin. It doesn't, obviously it's a cream product, so it's not going to leave it dry. It is just flawless, effortless, chiseled out, little bit of warmth to the skin, kind of that, you know, contouring out the face. It's really beautiful. I put it in with my bronzers because I don't really have a whole lot of contour items because I tend to bronze tour. That's using the bronzer to contour. But this is kind of like a 2-in-1. It kind of has a little bit of warmth, but still has that cool, obviously the coolness to chisel out. This is beautiful. I love this. And I've been using this almost on a daily. And I'm like, you gotta stop because you got so many other products that you need to love on. And I just got this. And I was like, oh, but it's so hard because it's so effortless. I love this. She is pricey, but she's worth it. Okay, so number 3. Yep, number 3. This actually got moved down a spot because the product I just got a couple days ago already slid in to a spot higher than her. Shocking, I know. That it only took me a couple days to be like, well, that one got dethroned. Not really dethroned again. Still one of my favorite bronzers. But I'll go ahead and show you. Coming in at number 3 is... it's my Marc Jacobs Tantastic Bronzer. So this one was it's in the shade 104 Tantastic. It's the Omega Bronze. It's the Coconut Perfect Tan. Oh, she smells so good too. Anyway, there she is. She is a big girl in herself, but we love a big girl because it lasts forever. And people are like, oh my gosh, like I remember when this came out, it went out of stock like so fast. And I was like, crap, because I really wanted it, right? And then it was supposed to be limited edition and it wasn't coming back. And I was so upset. And I was like, well, that was an expensive bronzer that I'm never going to get my hands on. And I literally had like depression from it. I know it sounds terrible, but I was just like, never again will I get to have the chance to buy that or put it on my face. Like I just wanted to try it because it looked perfect for every skin tone and, you know, yada yada. And all of a sudden it came back out and I was like, and when they started to relaunch this, I was like, yeah, I was on the website for like right when it launched. I clicked it, bought it, boom. And I was like, because again, I was like, oh my gosh, it's limited edition. Freaking out, right? So then when I got it, I thought about buying a backup. But, because I have a problem with buying backups, but when I do love something and I go through it, I know I'm going to go through it eventually, I need a backup of it. So anyway, so my thought was I was going to use this constantly, right? And then I was going to run out of it, so I might need to buy a backup. And as you can see, I've got quite a bit of, I don't know if you can see, but I've got a bit of a dip in the pan there. I do use this bronzer quite often. So anyways, I was like, maybe I might get a backup. Well, 25 grams. That's a lot of product. And I was like, well, I don't know if I'm ever actually going to go through this, to be completely honest. And then they brought it out now for permanent, and I was like, oh, thank God, because if I ever ran out of this, and I was like, oh, now it's permanent, and I can have it all year round. But this is the most universally flattering bronzer. I've put this on so many of my friends of ranging skin tones and undertones, by the way, so warm, neutral, and cool. And it just looks beautiful on everybody. It really does. I stinking love this bronzer. I can go ham. You know, and it is more, it is matte, but it's not flat. You know what I mean? It's just natural. It's beautiful. And the smell and I recommend this for so many people because it's just like, if you want like a bougie bronzer kind of thing and you like, I don't know which one to get, my opinion, just go with this one. You will not be disappointed if you get that bronzer. My opinion. Okay. Coming in at number 2, the one that took Marc Jacobs, pushed her down to number 3. This is number 2 that I just got a couple days ago. This is the new Fenty cream bronzer in the shade Butter Biscuit. And girl, okay, first off, the name, because me being a Southern girl, I love me some biscuits. And I was like, okay, I have to try that. Second of all, undertone is neutral, which I was like, okay, it's not warm, it's not cool. I'm interested. And then, so I was actually going to buy 2 shades. I was going to buy Butter Biscuit and Macchiato. And macchiato happens to be my favorite coffee drink ever. I love a macchiato. I actually love the iced caramel macchiato from Starbucks. It is my favorite drink on the planet Earth. But currently, as we all know, Starbucks is closed. So my iced caramel macchiato lifestyle is non-existent at the moment, and I'm a little bit depressed because of it. You know, raise your hand in the comment if you also are an iced caramel macchiato fan and struggling with the fact that the Starbucks realness is not happening. Anyway, yeah, Fenty Beauty Cream in the Butter Biscuit. I have already, that's kind of gross as it's cream and you can like tell. I have been going to town on this last couple days and I started like putting it on my face and I was like, whoa, whoa, hold up. Hang on, Fenty. Why you gotta be so pretty? Why you gotta beat out the Chanel bronzer? Why you gotta beat out my Charlotte Tilbury contour one? I'm sorry. Let's take a step back. Oh, that was a good tongue pop. Let's take a step back and wow, blew my socks off. When I say that this is my new favorite cream bronzer, even though I've only been trying it for a couple days, I'm not lying. This is my favorite cream bronzer. OMG, holy mug. Yeah, I'm getting macchiato when I get a little more of a tan. I'm getting that one because, again, as a dry skin girl who's getting very much into creams and kind of broadening her horizons in that aspect, I was just like, why have I not tried cream products sooner? And now that more brands are making cream products, I'm like, yes, it's like they know me. It's like they want to go in my direction. So yeah, I'm so happy with this purchase. It is the perfect tone for my skin. And it looks super natural, like gorgeous. So when I get a little bit more of a tan, this girl's getting macchiato. And I'm also getting a macchiato to drink. Okay, and then coming at the final spot, number 1. See if you can guess it. Did you guess it? Probably did. Maybe did. It's the Physicians Formula Mura Butter Bronzer in the standard shade bronzer. The reason why this is my holy grail bronzer is because, 1, I have gone through this bronzer 3 times in the past. It has a great smell, obviously. I can put this on literally all year round, even when I'm tan. Still shows up, still looks pretty. The finish is obviously gorgeous. And it's affordable, which, you know, as a girl on a budget, obviously I love that. But I can go, when I say I've gone ham with other bronzers, and I honestly can go ham with this. There is not a time ever I can ever recall that I've ever put this on and it not look good on my skin and it not look like I put too much or too little. It was beautiful. I have used this going to with us being, with my husband being military, and it's going to formal events and stuff where my skin needs to, obviously you want to look nice because, the people you're, hanging out with and everything, and these officers you're meeting and all this and the other, and you want your skin to look good. You want to make a good impression. You want to look nice. It's a very formal event. You put ball gowns on, you want to look nice. I use this bronzer because I know how it's going to look on my skin, and it is a tried and true. I love her to pieces. We're working down her a bit even now. This is a newer one in my collection, but if I could only keep one product, but from the bronzer collection, but I'm actually going to do that video soon. So I don't want to give anything away because I might not choose this, but as of right now, this is my holy grail bronzer. Absolutely. So, wow, that video was longer than I thought. I'm so sorry. I was in a bit of a chatty mood and I just kind of wanted to, woo! Okay, so this chair goes back farther, and I don't realize my husband gave it to me. I didn't realize exactly how far it goes back, and I had to like. Anyway, I'm sorry this is so chit-chatty, but I just wanted to come on. I just felt like talking a little bit, plus my endorphins were still from exercising. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this bronzer. Ranking all my bronzers, 17 of them, not quite as much as my blushes, but still pretty good. Next up is going to be my highlighters, and then also hopefully later on today or this week I'll have my first ever Will I Buy It. So hope you guys enjoyed. I will catch you very soon. Stay safe, stay indoors, take your vitamin C, and I will see you guys very, very soon. All right, bye!